Hey, shalom, welcome to Rakam Bakapash from Jim Starting giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Chakwa Dash. When I give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and shalom out there to the hopeful that's pushing truth, not sincerity. Back again with another video, and this was inspired by this advertisement, this poster for this movie, right? Operation Mincemeat, right? And it just got me thinking, man. I was out for my walk and I saw this on the way back, and it got me thinking, man, because the bottom. Yeah, the bottom quotation here is deception, the greatest weapon in war. And for Esau, it truly is. For Esau, it truly is. All Edomites say that. Deception truly is Esau's, or at least one of Esau's greatest weapons. And he's been using it and wielding it, you know, since the beginning, right? Ever since he's been in power, it's all been about lies and deception, and none so more than his war against us, the Israelites. Okay, we are at war with Esau. Okay, and have been since the beginning, right? And initially, I was thinking about different things, considering the war in or the conflict in Russia and Ukraine right now, and you don't really know what's going on because ain't nobody telling the truth, ain't no one talking the truth. It's all propaganda from both sides, and you have to kind of pick apart the meat and the bones between things, and kind of make your own conclusions on the matter. But it's a common known thing that in war, they each side pushes their propaganda, the lies, all right, to make you believe a certain narrative, right? But that's been a tactic of Esau from the very beginning, right? In all kinds of conflicts, right? But like I said, concerning us, he's been at war with us from the beginning, and ain't nothing but lies and mistruths and whatever that's been spread about us and about himself, in regards to, children of God and this type of business, right? It's the lies that keep him in power right now. Yeah, he's got a mighty sword to, you know, to force that, but people believe in the overall lies that he speaks. Like they think because they caught onto this lie that's the whole thing. No, the lie goes deep. The lies is bigger than what these people think it is. It's a whole lot bigger, man. And this is something we keep saying. You people don't understand or see the big picture because you don't understand the depths of the lies. You don't actually understand the truth. You don't actually understand that your reality is completely warped and twisted from the truth. These people don't actually live in reality. They don't. They live in the matrix. It's like, brothers keep going into, man. These people actually do live in the matrix. They don't actually live in the real world because Esau's told so many lies, and people have been born into these lies. They grew up under these lies, and they believe certain things to be true and other things not to be true, all because of Esau. And the biggest thing, you know, is these scriptures, these truth, and no one understands the truth about it. No one understands the reality that they're actually living in. Right? None of them understand who the true Israelites are. None of them understand who the Edomites are, because they're all in denial and explaining this and explaining that, and it's all lies. All these narratives that Esau created, it's all lies, man. But like I said, we've been at war with him since the beginning, and his deception is the greatest weapon over us. Like the lies that our people are still blinded by. So I just wanted to go into a few scriptures, man, and just show this in the scriptures, man. All right. So I want to start here in Genesis chapter 3. I want to start from the beginning. All right. And this is from Genesis 3 and 15. This is I'm going to start from 14. And the Lord God Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and the dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Okay. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. Right? The seed that would come from the woman, okay, which is, see, the woman doesn't have seeds, but this is supposed to be representing the nation of Israel, right? In the time it is meant for, right? It says, between thy seed and her seed, it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel, right? So there was an enmity between the two, because again, the serpent wasn't a snake; it was a man, right? Under their influence of Satan and whatever, right? So they're gonna, their seed is further down the line. We're gonna have enmity between them, right? Because really, the woman's seed is Adam's seed, right? The seed that the woman or Eve took in this moment was Adam, right? And this manifested as Cain and Abel. It again re-manifested itself as Jacob and Esau, right? And we're gonna skip that into Jacob and Esau, into this, modern time, right? Relatively, right? So his enmity, right, is the beginning of this war, right? In Genesis 25, it says this in verse 21, it says, and Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived, right? And the children struggled together within her, right? They were wrestling or fighting, right? And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And really, they're contrast opposites, man. One was going to be the righteous, one was going to be the wicked, one was going to be the weaker, one was going to be the stronger, one was going to be the blessed, one was going to be the cursed. One had pigment, the other one didn't. It was just a stark contrast, man. Two opposite ends of the spectrum, right? And they were at odds, right? And this relationship carried on through their seed, right? So again, the enmity of the woman's seed and the enmity of the serpent seed. It continues this war, this age-old war of good and evil, right? It says, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Okay, one was meant to be a servant, the other one was meant to be a ruler. Now Esau, he don't like the fact that he is a servant, and Jacob is the ruler. He don't like that, so he's right now in rulership above his brother Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, right? And he's having his way with us, man. Right? He's oppressing us. Right? He's lying to us. He's keeping us dumbed down, keeping us oppressed in the mind. Right? Because he's in power right now. Okay? Another case of this, it mentions here in Exodus 17, for he said, because the Lord has sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation, right? And Amalek is a tribe of Esau, right? And we know when we came out of Egypt, Amalek was one of the people, the nations that came up against us, man. Okay, wouldn't allow us to pass through and all of that, right? And the Lord, it angered the Lord, right? So the Lord said he'd have war with Amalek from generation to generation, okay? And this plays out between our people, all right? So, and it's funny, man, because the elites, man, they're of the tribe of Amalek, right? These elites, these small hats, right? They're of the tribe of Amalek, okay? And they're the ones mostly gunning for us, right? From behind the scenes. The hidden hands, the secret hands, not your everyday Edomite racists and all that, they're small fry. But Amalek, who is the chief of the tribes of Esau, okay, then the small hats are, the elites and that, they're the ones that are really gunning for us, man. Okay, really are trying to destroy us, or that keep our people destroyed. Because let's be real, man, they've destroyed us, man. As a people, they've destroyed us, man. We're damn bad right now as a people. Okay, and this truth has been withheld from us, man. Okay, and it stops us elevating to something better, or stops us elevating to what we should be. Right, it keeps us in sin. That's their agenda, man. Until we're destroyed. All right, so that's how they're doing it. Okay, these lies prevent us, man, because we believe in these lies. We don't, oh, they tell us we're black. We believe that we're black. Or they tell us we're Egyptians or we're Africans. We believe we're Egyptians or Africans. We know our people are in darkness, man, and we're being fed lies from these Edomites, man, these so-called white people that have had us in slavery, man, that have us in oppression. Right? He is at war with us, man, and that's part of the war, the deception. Right? That's why he doesn't like the truth. He doesn't like these scriptures. He doesn't like the men of the Lord breaking down these scriptures, right? That's why he'll be, be quick to shut down certain videos that say certain things that concern his agendas and whatever. He don't want that. He don't want people to believe in the whole Hebrew Israelite movement. They don't want you to believe that you're Israelites. You know. In 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right. So like I said, Esau's in power right now, and he's afraid. He's scared. He don't want Jacob to rise up. Right. He don't want Jacob to take back control or to fulfill the prophecies, right? So his way of getting around that is to keep us down. How do you keep us down? Well, you strip away our heritage, our knowledge, our speech, everything that you did in slavery, pretty much, right? Separated us, having us broken down, having us fight one another. See each other as threats. We're out in the street killing each other and selling drugs to each other and emasculating one another. You push it through your TV or your music. We're constantly being belittled and undermined at every turn, right? And as long as that is going on, you don't care. So you're not really gonna do nothing about all the murders and all the the shit on the TV and the music, because you're the one promoting it. You're the one paying for it. You're the one pushing it out there, giving people contracts for them to do such wicked shit. To keep our people oppressed in the mind, keep us doing wickedness. Right, so best believe, yeah, we're at war with Esau, right? And like I said, that his main thing against us is his lies. A sword is not enough, right? Because we know he's done all his murdering and killing, but a sword is not enough to have to keep to win over us, man. Because if we had the truth, ain't no sword gonna come up against us. If we was all righteous, there's no sword that can come up against us. The Lord will be with us. Right? But if he keeps us in wickedness, in sin, okay, in ignorance and in darkness, man, then he can do effectively whatever he wants to do with us, man, and keep us oppressed, and he can be on top forever. That's how he sees it. All right. This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 8. It says, verse 7, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Right? We know Esau fell at Rome. Okay, his Roman Empire ended, right, and was taken over by Jake, right, and for 1,000 years he was never in power. Okay, he was locked up in, up in the Caucasus, had no influence in the world. Right? He was shut up. All right, and when the Renaissance period came in, which term that he dubs, which means the rebirth. All these antiquities, right? All these Roman architectures come rolling back, right? All these ideologies came rolling back when he got back into power. Well, this is the 1,000 years, okay, that it's speaking about. He should be loosed out of his prison. So after that 1,000 years, he came back and did his whole Renaissance shit, and which has led us up to this current time that we live in today. He's always been in power since, right? And it says, and shall go out to deceive the nations, right? So these lies are so broad that the whole world believes in these things. All the things that he was pushing. He was pushing his image as the Most High. He's pushing his image as the Son of God. He was pushing his image as the angels, right? He's pushing himself to be the children of God, essentially, right? The righteous and the holy. Okay, and then they obviously got in the Catholic Church, right, and was dominating religion, okay, and the teachings and whatever. He got to control all that. So the lies are spread far and deep, right? Because this is what the 1400s, right? We're now in what do they call this now? 21st century. It's been like 500, 600 years now. And so these lies have been propagated for a long, long time. And like I said, it go far and deep. And people believe certain things as to be truths, like without a shadow of a doubt, you know, and don't understand really what happened prior, you know. You also make sure things are destroyed or things are locked away that you don't get to see and confirm, and you know, certain records and all these types of things that they only push their narratives, their deception, their propaganda, right? And this is why, like I said, deception is his greatest weapon, man. Because like I said, he's at war with us. Oh, look at this. You could be Jewish. Yeah, you could be sort of. You know, but you can't be a Jew if you ain't already. But anyway, um, yeah, you see the bottom here. That's where I got that from. So anyway, um, so yeah, it says, and shall go out to deceive the nations. So that's what Esau did. He went out to deceive the nations. Okay, which he has done. Right, he's in power. That's what he's done. Deceive the nations. That's his weapon. Right. So you know, really he ain't at war with just us. He's at war with the rest of the world, man. Because and so he's trying to keep power and control over all the nations, man. Trying to take Jacob's blessing. Okay, but really, who's really at war with is us. You know, the Hebrew Israelites, Jacob, right? Yahushai, the Heavenly Father. Esau's at war with us, man. Why he's trying to claim onto his powers, you know, hold on to his power seat. Joel 9:24 said, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He carveth the faces of the judges thereof, if not wherein who is he?" So like I mentioned, you know, he went out there defacing images, iconoclasm, and you know, lightening them up, you know, creating new images with him in it, you know, being the angels, the Most High, you know, the Lord, his son, you know. And so that's what people began to believe in the world, right? And that's why predominantly, if you talk about uh, the Savior, the Anointed One in the Scriptures, man, they mostly assume he's a white man, because a so-called white man, because that's what they've been led to believe. Esau don't really do the correcting. You know, you don't really want to correct it. You rather you see the images up in the churches or whatever, and you just accept it for what that is, and you won't do the correcting. You know, when the information comes out, or you never hear them. Oh, he wasn't, you know, wasn't a so-called white man. Oh, it doesn't matter that he's white. And you don't hear that shit until we start coming out the scriptures and tell you what the Lord really looks like, and then it doesn't matter. And then it's like, oh, we know he's not white. We know he's Middle Eastern, and all these bullshit, right? But you still don't like to do the, you know, you don't want to push knowledge out there. He likes people just being ignorant and being in an automatic mode of believing in the so-called white man. All right. But anyway, that's what he's doing. He's using his propaganda, his deception to control, to manipulate. All right. This is from First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 48. Yeah, I should get the point, right? And they laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of the images. And like I said, that's continuing what I just read in Job 9:24, right? That's what they did. Okay, they replaced images with themselves. All right, got you all believing that this is the image of God and God's chosen people, and you know the Lord, that they look like this somehow. You know, lepers, a bunch of lepers. Apparently, the Lord is a leper with no pigment. Okay, which leprosy is a curse in the scriptures. So they want us to believe that, you know, the Lord has leprosy. Where's that in the scriptures? Or the Lord had long flowing hair, blue eyes. Where's that in the scriptures? That's not in the scriptures. But why? So why are they making us believe that? It's not scriptural whatsoever. You know? But it's that warfare that Esau's doing, man. This is what he's been doing. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 2 says, it's not from the top, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand." So again, Esau is one in power since the 1400s, since the Renaissance time, right? He was slowly getting up into positions of power and taking over, you know, the kingdoms at the time and these establishments, right? And when he got in, he changed everything, man. Right? Because they had the power to, right? So, and they covet fields, they take lands, because it's what Esau's been doing, right? Taking lands of people, destroying the people, right? And take them on violence, again, by violence, but the sword, as was Esau's blessing to live by the sword. So, and houses, and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Okay, and none so more than us, man. Like, he literally took our homeland, Israel, away from us, right? I mean, we was already scattered, but Esau now occupies that land for himself, right? So there's not a land to be go back to that's ours. But being scattered, Esau come and collect us up from the west coast of Africa and put us into slavery. Okay, basically beat the shit out of us. Made us accept new identities. Right, made us forget our history, our heritage. They were taught to us by Esau, or where we came from, what we were doing. Oh yeah, and that's why we were swinging on trees. And Esau believes that. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, you so-called blacks, you're not intelligent, and all these shit that Esau talk about us, about how we're inferior, our woolly hair, our complexion, and how they were all inferior traits, and like that was facts back then. That was facts for everybody back then, and it's still in the minds of these people today to some degree. Like, you don't understand the implications of your bullshit and how far it's spread. There's Edomites out there that are so fucking ignorant they still believe in that shit. you know, Even though it'd be the same Edomites like left the couch for the last 40 years, fucking eating Cheetos or some shit, scratching his ass. You know what I mean? They're fucking probably Neanderthal. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna look down on us. you know. But yeah, Esau's told so many lies over the years, and say he's told us lies about where we come from, who we are. Oh, you're Africans because we got you from the land of Africa, which there was no land of Africa before he called it Africa. You know, it's just been bullshit after bullshit after bullshit, and it's just long and deep. You know, and Jake don't know anything. Jake is still in stupor. Don't really understand anything, and it's so crazy that they just want to be Americans now, man. They're not even trying to. They're not even interested in where they come from. They're just trying to be Americans. Oh, I'm an American. I'm an Afro-American. But you're not. You're more than that. Okay, you Negroes, that even Hispanics and that. We're more than those things that Esau makes us believe believes us to be. Okay, we are the sons of God. We are the children of Israel, and that's like one of the biggest secrets that he's held back. Right, the greatest lie, that he's trying to cover, or the greatest truth he's trying to cover with his lies. You know, that is the biggest thing, because it would reveal himself that he's the Edomite, the devil, Satan, the adversary. Devil means deceiver. He's the liar. He's the adversary, and he is the son of perdition, man. He is the wicked that the Most High, hates with indignation. Right? It'd be revealing. So how better to hide that than you know pretend or make his people believe, or a portion of his people believe, that they are you know from the land of Israel. They call themselves the J-ishes, right? The big J's, right? Small hats, right? So, what better way to conceal their identity than pretend to be the opposite of what they are? And this goes back to Cain, man, because Cain's a fugitive, man. Cain trying to hide, he trying to escape judgment, man. So he trying to blend in, he trying to act like something he ain't. Trying to blend, trying not to be noticed, you know. And that's what Esau does. Esau has stolen, our heritage and put himself up to be us. And he got the world believing that, these are God's people. He took the land of Israel from, away from the Palestinians, back in World War II. And yeah, he's been acting, putting on the act ever since. Or they're acting beforehand. The converts, they were acting the part beforehand, but they were just Edomites. They weren't Israelites. Okay, but it's the lie that they kept spinning, the lie that always kept spinning and spinning and spinning, and people just take that for truth now. But when we come up on the scene and show you through the scriptures that who we are and that we're really the sons of God, we automatically get dismissed. Because it's been driven in everybody's mind that these men are the children of God. These so-called white people are the children of God. So who the fuck are we? That's what's in these people's minds. Oh, we can't be. Why? Oh, because these people are, or say they are. Oh, look, they go back to this time and that time. What? Go back where? How far? Where's the proof? Where's the lineage come from? Ain't none of that they're accessible. Or because of some rabbi and back in this era. Oh yeah. Who said he was related to any Israelite? A lot of converts, man, but not a lot of Israelites out of them. Let's put it that way, right? And the true children of Israel have been scattered, right? And how you are identifying through these scriptures, man, through the Spirit. All right. So just coming back here, man. So, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, right? And like I said, they stole our heritage. They oppress us, right? And the world accepts that. Psalms 58 verse 3 says, start from the top, right? It says, do you indeed speak righteous, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Okay, Esau is a born liar. All right, he is the wicked. And that is, like I said, his most useful tool is deception. Right? That's why he's characterized as a serpent. Because he's deceitful. The same way he deceived Eve into eating the fruit, right? Which is just knowledge. Right? He deceived Eve. He got to Eve, man, and Eve got to Adam. Right? Esau is the same. He's got the same spirit. Okay, he's the seed of the serpent. Right? So their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, who will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. Right? They don't listen to the truth. Okay, they're only focused on spreading their lies. All right. Sirach chapter 12 verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. All right, this is what we're told. Right, Esau is the enemy. Okay, we are at war with Esau. We have been at war this whole time. Okay, and we battle with the truth. He brings out his lies, we bring out the truth. And eventually, what's going to happen? The lies are going to be destroyed. Okay, everything that we've been saying that coming out of these scriptures is what's going to come to pass, man. And it's going to be revealed to the world what the truth is and who we are and who he is. Right? Esau's going to lose that war. He's going to lose the war. Like Esau won battles, but he going to lose the war. Right? Eventually, all these lies are going to be destroyed, dispelled. And everyone's going to come out from this dark veil that they're under, man, this covering. Right? And they're going to understand who the children of the Lord are. Right? But anyway, it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Okay, he's the same devil he's always been. Right? Never changed, can't change. All right? So set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And now at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? Right? Because it's in their nature. Okay, we just read the wicked are estranged from the womb, speaking lies. It's in his nature. That is what he's going to do. All right? So verse 15, for a while he will abide with thee, he'll put on the act. They're good at putting on the acts, you know, lying to, they're good at all of that. So for a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if you find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. All right, so he acting like he so-called black people, our people's best friend, man. They got our best interests at heart all the time. You know, not like before. He's changed. You know, he cares about you and your progression in life and your living circumstances and all this bollocks, right? He don't give a shit, right? He would happy see you dead, all right? But for now, you're a good human resource, or you know, you play well into his designs, all right? And he likes to watch Jake suffer because he's, you know, he's like a bit of a narcissist, you know. He likes watching Jake suffer, so that makes him happy. Ones that he gets really pissed off about is us. Ones that have this truth, man. But Esau's not able to do nothing about us, man. I mean, he can strike some videos, he can block some channels, but guess what? We can just put up more, and that's what we do. So he can't really get rid of us, but I know he out there putting all kinds of enchantments up against us to, you know, to wipe us out. But the demons can't do shit if the Most High don't ordain it. So, you know, if the Lord's protecting his men and, you know, pushing this truth, that's what's gonna happen, man. Ain't no demon gonna intervene with that. Okay, the demons is gonna come and jump on us, give us hell for a bit, and then they're gonna have to duck out, man. For the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. They're gonna have to duck out and try again another day. You know what I mean? But it ain't stopping us. It ain't stopping the elect. Okay, the elect are gonna push this word, man. So Esau can't really do nothing about us. Okay, so he gets frustrated, man. Okay, he gets frustrated with us, man, because we're, like I said, we're the stark contrast to him, man. Where the majority of our people are in darkness and in ignorance and can't do nothing. They can't defend themselves, right? Because they haven't got the gospel, they haven't got the word. Like we do. So we combat his lies with the truth. And Esau don't like opposition, man. And like I said, really, he's scared. He's afraid that Jake is gonna, you know, he's gonna take this kingdom back off of him, man. He is scared. You know, he is worried. He is concerned. He's concerned Yahweh Shai is gonna come. He is concerned, man. You know, that's why he's hell bent on, you know, fulfilling his agendas, man. His NWO and all of that. He wants it done. He wants us all, you know, RFID ready. Right, RFID ready. You know, so he can have total control over us, man. He's desperate. All right. Anyway, back to here. This is verse 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Right? And that's all that's on his mind, man. How to undermine you. Right? So he will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. You're gonna see him for what he really is at that moment. Right, let me grab this from Hosea 1 and verse 10. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall it be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God. Right, and this is Esau's worst nightmare. This is what's been happening. Esau thought he had us down so bad that we could never regain the knowledge of being Israel, being Israelites, and understand all the things that have happened unto us, how the Lord has scattered us among all nations because of our transgressions, because of our iniquities, that we've been given into the hand of our enemies. We've been given into the hand of Esau. And, Esau's oppressed us. He didn't think that would come back to us, man. He thought he'd beat it out of us. Okay, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, this truth and this knowledge was given back to select men or elect men, right? And Israel is starting to grow in number. And this is why, like I said, Esau's frustrated. Esau's scared because he knows he's running out of time. The fact that there's men out here rising up in truth, the prophets, the elect are rising up, means he's running out of time. Because there was a time where there was no Negro talking about no Israel. There was a time where that was happening. Esau was safe then. He was cool. But as soon as, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you start coming up and start talking about Israel, that we're Israelites and the Lord's going to come and deliver us. Nah, that's I'm running out of time now. These men are waking up. Right? So the propaganda machine has to keep rolling, right? And that's why they send these agents at us, vocab and, certain of these other guys, or they get to the sellouts, or, they buy people off, certain Israelite camps, these leaders, right? To lead their congregation astray, to keep them from the truth. Or don't change the whole doctrine, but just don't teach that, or don't teach this, or change this, or change that. If you take the 501c3, you get tax exemption status, and just change this and change that. Don't say the Lord's name, or don't talk about the mark of the beast. That's all the types of things that he's doing right now. But he can only get to those that are not of the elect. That's what's the funny thing about it is. The elect is still going to rise. The elect is still going to wake. They know the amount of lies that you're going to tell that's going to prevent that. He still can't prevent it. And that's what scares him. It scares him. Right? But it said, like I said here, man, before we didn't know. We didn't know we were Israelites. But like the Lord said here, or was being said here, where the Lord turned his back on us and basically cast us away and told us we're not his people. At the same time, in this place, in this time, the Lord is going to turn back to us and say, look, you are the sons of the living power. And that's what's happening now. Right? Verse 11 said, then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together. And that's what's happening. We're being gathered right now, right? All the tribes. Okay? And appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel, which is Israel, right? So this is like it will keep saying the focus has always been about Israel, the Israelites. Right? This is about the salvation and the redemption of the Israelites. Okay, not everybody is an Israelite. Right? But the thing is that who is an Israelite? And this is what the truth is being withheld in the world by Esau and others, right? It's only us that are coming out with the truth to tell you who Israel really is, because it ain't them. They're liars. They're being imposters. Again, through the deception, and that's what they're meant to be doing as the wicked, as the people in charge. They're meant to be out there trying to deceive the whole world. And that's what they've been doing. So you can't trust nothing these people say. They're the devil. All right. This is from Ezekiel 37, verse 1. And the hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones. Okay, this place is in the land of America, right? And this is where the truth sprang out of. This is where our brothers started becoming alive, okay, through this word. Okay, they were watered, man. Okay, they weren't dry anymore. But there's still a large quantity of our people that are, still in this dead state, right? So this is speaking about in the land of America, and this is what's happened now, right? Verse 2, and caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Okay, that's that through the Spirit, right? That knowledge, wisdom, understanding, man, it's going to be given to us. Okay, beginning with elder high priest Abba Bivens, who brought this truth to us, man. Brought it to our elders and our apostles, man, and they've given it down to us. Right? This is where this was starting to come about. All right. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews of the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, and there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. Right? So before this truth, man, we was all in a dead state of mind, man. We was all as good as dead. Okay, we just, beings just toiling away in the land of America, not knowing shit. No hope, no nothing. Okay? Just slaves essentially to Esau and his system. That's it. All right. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Okay, we're known as a host, an army. Right? Those of us that are woken up and have been given, these sinews and the skin, and we've been clothed, be given this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. That, right? We're deemed to be an army. We are what's raised up against the lies of this world. We are the force against evil. We are in direct competition, so to speak, with the wicked, against Esau. All right. So, like I said, it's that war between good and evil, man. And, we're set out to be the righteous on the right-hand side of the Lord, and Esau's set out to be the wicked on the left-hand side, But there can only be one winner, right? In the end, the righteous shall overcome the wicked. So, these are the kind of like the sequences of events of battling in this war, battling against the lies and the evil and the wickedness of this world. All right. And Esau's lies are beginning to fall apart. His deception is not working like it once was. He hasn't got so many Jake in darkness, And it's it's like the rest of his kingdom, it's falling apart. Okay, and its end is dwelling near. All right. I think I'll stop there on that one, right? So just a couple more scriptures. So Numbers 24 and 18, and Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Okay, we're gonna overcome the wicked. We're gonna overcome these lies. Okay, the truth will be established and published and broadcasted throughout the whole world, man. When Yahweh Shai comes, man, all that talk about, it's buts and maybes and all this debate, that's all gonna come to an end, man. Because all are gonna know the truth. All these lies are gonna be destroyed. All right. I mean, here it mentions Amalek again, right? Because that's who these elites are, man. Right? Verse 19, out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, Yahushua, right? And shall destroy him that remaineth the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Right? And that is also true with the whole rest of the nation of Esau. They're all going to become nothing, man. They're all going to be destroyed eventually, right? And I'm going to end it with this, Revelation chapter 19, verse 11. So, and I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war, right? Yahweh Shai is returning with the angels in chariots. Okay, he's gonna be in the fathership, right? He's gonna be in a massive chariot, or what you people call UFOs, UAPs, or whatever now, right? And he's coming to wage war, right? Again, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Now, how are we gonna get that? How are we gonna get our beginning? The scriptures say the saints shall take the kingdom, right? So Yahweh Shai is coming to make war. We are part of the Lord's army. When Yahweh Shai comes, I mean, we're fighting here right now in on the battlefield right now in the flesh through this word. Okay, we're out here teaching the truth, dispelling the lies of this world, and who can hear it can receive it, right? Whoever the Lord deems worthy to be, who is ever a part of His elect, right? They're gonna receive this truth, man, and more people are gonna wake up and stand against the lies of this place. So we're doing our fight here right now, but eventually, Yahweh Shai is gonna return and put all of this to bed. Ain't no lie can be said in that day. It's all gonna fall apart. Right? Everything Esau has done and created up to this point is all gonna fall apart. Right? It says verse 12, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. Because he's gonna take the power and dominion away from all these nations, man. Right? And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. And the armies which were in heaven, okay, the angels, right, followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, and white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. Right, that's what he's going to come and do. Right, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty power, Yahweh. All right, and he have on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Right, so this is what Yahweh is going to come and do, man. Right, he's going to put all of this to bed. Okay, all these lies that these devils have been, spreading around the world, right, is going to come to an end. And our war with Esau is going to come to an end. Right, it's Esau's greatest weapon, but it ain't the ultimate weapon. Esau's going to ultimately lose, right? Because we got Yahweh Shai. And there ain't nothing you can say or do to stand in front of Yahweh Shai. Nothing. Okay, you're going to get put in your place. And we're going to, spread truth throughout the earth, man. Right? So that's it from me. Lord willing, this was an edifying video. Esau's time is numbered, man. His strength is waning. Okay, it's decreasing. Okay, he about to become Operation Mincemeat. Right? All these world's armies are going to be sent there in the Middle East, man, for the Lord's glory to destroy them, man. He's about to become Operation Mincemeat. All right. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom, man. Lord willing, is edifying. And I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So next time, I'll say shalom.